Hello, scrappers. Remember the last video I tore down the microwave, so I thought, well, this might be a good one to do some transformers. Got a nice big one here. I'm not sure what that one came out of, but I think this one and these came out of my microwave, so I figure that might be the best one to show you. Now, one thing I always like is this had a plastic cover on it. I broke it off, but you can see that the copper is pretty easy to get at. This one here looks good. The ones that have, they're real old, some real old ones that have paper in between each layer, I don't even bother with those. I just put those separate, and they'll go as transformer or copper bearing motor. So I'm going to kind of gear this for, you know, some people want to see simple ways to do it because they don't have a lot of elaborate tools, so they want to know, you know, because they're kind of new to scrapping, so they want to know kind of what bare minimum. So the first part, you've got to cut the copper off one side of these. So you can use a hacksaw. Yeah, you can get in there, and it's going to take you a little while. I'm not going to do it myself with a hacksaw, but it can be done. Try to zoom in a little bit here. I try not to do too much editing on my videos. I probably should do more, but yeah, I'm going to put this big one aside for right now. I got 3 here that are about the same size. It's got some good wire on it. The one way to do it is, well, keep it from going all over, make it a little better. I think I'll put it in the vise. So, readjust the camera. Hang on, folks, going for a ride. Yeah, my last video I was talking about my wife being in the hospital. She's out, she's home. This pedestal vise comes in handy, and other times it can be a pain. It'll probably shake around a bit as I'm cutting. I'm going to use a sawzall here. One piece off of it. Now, for those of you who are wondering, I am keeping my hand out of the way of the blade. Just want to make sure the copper doesn't go flying everywhere. Yeah, that piece took off. Okay. And that one there is not copper, that's aluminum. Nice and white. So that's aluminum. Top one is copper. Now there's a little bit of cleanup yet to do on that. I'll show you just a couple different ways to do this. Then you can kind of figure out which way you want to go yourself. You can tell the difference there between the copper and the aluminum. I should probably zoom in. That's one way there. A lot of people use a sawzall. And this way, well, kind of trying to decide which way is the best way to go for the way I want to do it now. This time I'm going to try it with the angle grinder. Well, that piece there is aluminum. So, the question is, what is this other piece? Yeah, that's copper. You can see in the video the difference between the copper on this side and the aluminum on that side. Aluminum's nice and white. Copper being kind of orange. Now that didn't make a real good cut. I'm not real flush on the copper side. You can kind of see the copper sticking out right here. It started out nice and flush, and then I kind of got away, trying to figure out which way to hold this on the camera, in front of the camera. So I'll move this stuff out of my way. Then I'll show you the way I do most of mine. Yeah, I'm going to try to point it to you so you can kind of see what's going on. Get it nice and tight in the vise. Got wire kind of going everywhere here. That one's aluminum. Got a bag over there for aluminum windings. I still got a little bit more than that piece to go. That's one of the drawbacks about these, though. A lot of these anymore, and the newer ones are aluminum and copper. Yeah, this whole thing is aluminum. See that air chisel cut that pretty easy. If you get so many of these that are aluminum anymore, it might be better just to go ahead and throw them in. Another thing you can do a lot of times, before you even start cutting into them, is probably check them. So just scraping that there, and I can see it's white. Did a couple scrapes. And you can see it's white. So that's probably what I should have done first, and then knowing that's probably not even worth messing with. So let's see which. Okay, this one here had the copper and aluminum, so now I'm going to show you how I go about getting that out a lot of times. I made up this little jig here, this piece of 4-inch tubing. I got an old railroad spike here that I flattened out, and then I kind of ground the sides down a little. It's just about the proper width for the copper. Sometimes if they don't come out, I have to go to a smaller punch. Give it a couple taps on that side, then come over to this side. Yeah, let me read. You're not really seeing what I'm doing here. Yeah, kind of try to back out just a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe. Share it with your friends, share it on Facebook, and share it around. Give it a thumbs up. And please leave a comment on maybe how you do it. Easier ways, you know, if you don't bother scrapping them at all. So my drawback about doing this is it gets stuck in there. Some of you may not even bother wasting time. But leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you. You know, and you might have a better way of doing it. And by leaving your comment, other viewers can see how you do it and try it your way. Yes. Part of the whole purpose of this channel is to teach others. I might be able to get in there now and pry it out, I'm not sure. I'll give it a try. Punch is kind of stuck. That didn't work real well. Yeah, about any way you do these, you gotta fight with them a little bit. I tell you, one of my favorite tools for channel locks. Well, could be why I was putting off doing a video on these, because they can be time consuming and some work. Sometimes trying to pry it out, you just got to get big little bites. And I may have to tap that one in some more. Probably still too deep on that side. Use the punch a little more. Yeah, it's quite a ways through. Go. Nice chunk of copper. I'm running there, weigh it real quick, but I think that's about it for this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it entertaining. It's a nice cold day here in Oklahoma. Like I said, please subscribe, like, share, give it a thumbs up. And happy scrapping, folks, and keep living the life. Till next time.